We just had an amazing Summer Olympics for the 2020 Tokyo Olympic Games. I'm going to talk to you about some English words that were not used correctly to help increase your social English today. It will be a fun episode. Hikari, please kick it off.
皆さんこんにちは。毎日少しずつ社交に使える英語の上達を目指すソーシャルイングリッシュポッドキャストへようこそ。今日はぜひもっと自信を持って英会話してみましょう。Are you ready, Parsi? Let's go!
Hey, Hikari, thank you for that great introduction. I am so happy to be here today to share my social English knowledge with you and to help increase your English skills a little bit every single day. Okay, if you are new to the podcast, welcome to the podcast. I am sure that you will learn a lot of great things by listening to us. If you are a returning listener to the podcast and a subscriber, hey, I'd like to say thank you. I really appreciate you so much. And please head over to patreon.com to contribute to the podcast. Help us grow, help us maintain this podcast and keep it going for you so you can learn a little bit more social English every day, and we can help you with specific problems with your English. Now, today's episode, we are going to talk about the Summer Olympics. I really enjoy the Summer Olympics every time we have them. Now, we just finished the 2020 Tokyo Summer Olympics. We just finished those by the time that you listen to this podcast. And what I want to talk about is some of the English that I heard while I was watching the Tokyo Olympics and some of the issues they had with the English that they used and how they can improve their English. And that way, when I give you these examples, you can hear them and you could think to yourself, okay, this is the way I should use this. Okay, now, first, what I want you to do is picture me and you in a cafe, sitting there, just drinking our favorite coffees, listening to the people around us, and talking about English. I am your friend Percy that you have invited to have a cup of coffee with you. I'm from America, you're from Japan, and you asked me for my help because you want to improve your English. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Today's episode is just a general topic of social English, and we're going to talk about the sport of basketball. That's right. My favorite sport is basketball, and I watched a lot of basketball at the 2020 Tokyo Summer Olympics. Actually, I watched them at home, but I watched a lot of basketball. What I noticed was that there were many mistakes or words that are not used in North American English or English in general to express the sport of basketball. So, I thought to myself, if my Japanese friend goes to a pub or a bar or just lunch with a group of other friends, some that speak English, some do not, if they use these terms, they don't know that they sound very strange, and sometimes the English listener does not know what you're talking about at first. So let's go over three terms that are used in Japanese English, or the Japanese expression of English during a basketball game. Okay, so the first expression that we're going to talk about is nice shoot. Okay, nice shoot. In basketball players shoot the ball into the goal for 1 point, 2 points, or 3 points. So, if someone did a great shot, the Japanese announcer and the Japanese way to describe that is nice shoot. This is very incorrect. If you were to go to the United States and you were at your college friends, you're with your college friends at your college eatery or cafeteria or college hangout relax spot, and everyone is watching a basketball game, because in America, basketball is very, very popular. If you were to watch a basketball game and you said, nice shoot, everyone would look at you strangely. Some may even laugh or giggle because nice shoot is incorrect. Okay. The next one is dunk shoot. Dunk shoot. There is a very popular comic book or manga called Slam Dunk. Somehow, when Japanese announcers or people describe that shot, it is called a dunk shoot. Nice dunk shoot or dunk shoot. Okay, the third and last term we're going to talk about that is incorrect, that is used in Japanese descriptions of basketball, is bound pass. Bound pass. This is a pass where the basketball, hits the floor or the ground and goes to your teammate. This is described as a bound pass in Japanese, or the Japanese expression of English. Okay, so all three are wrong. As you can see, all three are wrong. Now, do you have any idea what's the correct way to say these in English? That's okay if you don't, because I will tell you them right now. Okay, so first, nice shoot. Nice shoot. We will change that to nice shot. Nice shot. Okay, number 2, dunk shoot. Dunk shoot. We will change that to dunk. Dunk. Number 3, bound pass. Bound pass. We will change that to bounce pass. Bounce pass. Okay, so let's talk about that a little more. So I believe that the Japanese way of using the English to describe these shots are just the first two, the nice shoot and dunk shoot. The mistake is to believe that dunk shoot and nice shoot are verbs. When we say nice shoot, we're talking about a verb. But this is not a verb in English. It is actually a noun. It is a thing. A shot is a thing. So that's why we don't use shoot. We use shot to describe a thing. Okay? So that's why nice shot and dunk shot, I guess, would be the other one. But for number two, we don't say dunk shot normally in social English. We just, over time, this has just been shortened to dunk. So it started off as dunk shot, maybe in the 1960s or 70s, to slam dunk in the early 80s to late mid 80s. And then afterwards, till today, just dunk. It is known and inferred in English when you're talking about basketball and you say dunk, you're not talking about putting a donut in coffee. So that is the three. Okay? Let's go over them one more time. Nice shot, number one. Number two, dunk. Number three, bounce pass. Okay. Now you're probably thinking, Percy, how can I use this in a sentence to help me? Well, guess what? I have 3 sentences for you so you can practice how to use these words. Okay, these are just model sentences for you to understand. Okay, let's use the first one. Nice shot. That was a nice shot. Or, wow, did you see that? That was a nice shot. 2. Dunk. Did you see the dunk Hachimura did last night? Did you see the dunk that Hachimura did last night? 3. Bounce pass. Did you see number 14 yesterday? Her bounce pass was beautiful. Did you see number 13 yesterday? Her bounce pass was beautiful. Okay, please think about, listen carefully, and practice those. When we're talking about basketball, do not use nice shoot, dunk shoot, or bound pass when you are around English speakers. Even though it is English, it is the Japanese usage of English that is accepted in Japanese commentary, or when Japanese people talk about basketball. For some reason, I don't know why, but it is totally wrong, and it sounds very strange because you're using a verb instead of using it as a noun, these words, okay? Or these terms. Okay, that's going to be it for today's episode of the Social English Podcast. I want to thank you for joining me today. come visit us at realsocialenglish.com where you can get my free download, The 7 Mistakes Most Japanese Learners of English Make and How to Fix Them. You will also find more resources to help you get better at English every single day. Subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, and now Pandora. Become a patron. Help the show by donating $5 US to help out the show. We will show you our thanks by me personally thanking you on a future episode. You will also get new content only available there. Join us at patreon.com/social English. That's patreon.com/SOCIALENGLISH. Get your shout out on the show. Share our podcast on your social media with your friends and follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. I will see you next time for our next episode where we're probably going to do some social English repair shop. Oh, actually, no. We are going to talk about a special episode on social English in the dating sense. I'm going to teach you something very, very critical that usually, well, let's just say it's very critical and very important. Okay, so anyway, that's what will be the next episode. Please look out for episode 50. It's going to be a special episode as our 50th episode of the Social English Podcast. Thank you for listening. Hikari, take it away.
今日は楽しい時間をありがとうございました。ぜひ私たちのウェブサイト realsocialenglish.com を訪問して日本語訳と役立つ情報を手に入れてください。また次回お会いしましょう。バイバイ。See you next time. Bye bye.